Hello YouTube makeup lovers. So I have a little bit of a different video for you guys today. This is gonna be a get ready with me video, but I'm gonna be using a bunch of products that I've pretty much have never used before. So they're gonna be a lot of first impressions in this video. So I'm just talk to you guys while I test out the products, let you guys know my thoughts as I am using the products. Some products, it's the very first time that I have used them. Other products I've probably tried out once or twice before the video, but they're also pretty new products that I've really never showed on camera using, so I'll be able to tell you guys a little bit about those as well. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video, and we better get started. So I've already applied my Caudalie Beauty Elixir, and to moisturize my face, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Charlotte's Magic Cream. So for the products that I use all the time that are not really first impressions, I'm just go through pretty quickly. And then of course I primed my eyelid with my go-to eyelid primer, which is the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. So the very first product that I'm going to use that is a first impression is the Morphe. This is the 35O palette, and this palette has been pretty hyped up, so I definitely wanted to test it out. Excited to try it out. I really want to see what the quality of these eyeshadows are. So first, as a base, I'm going to use, and this I've used before, but this is the NARS Velvet Stick by the shade Goddess on my lid, and this is going to be a nice base before I go in with the eyeshadows from the 350 palette. I'm going to start off with two eyeshadows on my lid. The very first one I'm going to use is this one right here, and then I'm also going to use this one right here. So I'm going to put this one more towards the inner part of my lid, and then the other one that's a little bit more gold towards the outer part of my lid. I feel like it has a little bit of fallout, but the color payoff is pretty good. So far, I think the color payoff is pretty good. It's sticking on nicely to that eyeshadow base. That gold is very orangey. It looks actually a lot more orangey, I feel, on my lid than it does in the actual palette. There it just kind of looks like a gold, but it does tend to go more towards the orange side. Next, I'm going to go in with this color right here. I'm just going to use that one as I normally would my MAC Vanilla. I'm going to use it with this fluffy brush. Just blend everything up here. For the first color on my crease, I'm going to use the one that's right below that gold color, this one right here, with a Sigma E25 brush. Next, I'm going to go in with this color right up here, right next to that very vibrant orange color. And I'm also going to put that on the crease. To darken up the outer corner, I'm going to go in with this color down here, this dark color, and this E45 brush. And just stamp this darker color in the outer corner. I'm going to go back in with the E25 to blend it some more. So all in all, these colors have pretty good color payoff. I do have some fallout, but the color payoff is pretty good. And most importantly is that I have not used any other color that is not in this palette. So you can definitely do a full look just with this palette. For my lower lash line, I'm going to take this color Lucky. This is from Urban Decay. It's a 24/7 glide on eyeliner, and Urban Decay discontinued this one. They always discontinue my favorite colors. And over that, I'm going to take this color right here from the palette, which is a nice coppery color, and I'm going to put it over the lower lash line where I place that Lucky eyeliner. It's just going to give me a nice pop of eyeliner. Let's try this one right up here. This third color here is what I'm going to use as an inner corner highlight. So yeah, not really doing much. I mean, it's highlighted, but not like nylon. It's gonna, for the sake of not using any other shadows, I'm just gonna leave it like this. So yeah, it doesn't have an inner corner highlight that is like nylon, but it does have a lot of colors that you can use as an inner corner highlight. It definitely works nicely. So far all the colors I used have really great color payoff. I mean, let me show you just some swatches. These are some of the ones that I used so that you see them up close. Look at that. Look at those swatches. That's pretty bright. Those are the colors that I pretty much have used. So now that my eye makeup is pretty much done, I've already gone ahead and cleaned out the fallout that I had on my cheeks, and I'm ready to start off on my face. The product that I want to test out first is this Nivea Men. This is a sensitive post shave balm. Really wanted to see what the hype was all about with this as a primer. This is something that Nikki Tutorials made super famous, and everybody says that it is amazing. So I'm gonna test it out as a primer. So I have put some, I think I kind of overdid it. Just kind of, I think she just kind of like rubs it in. It smells good. It smells like a man. I know some people have said that the smell is a little strong, but I actually really like it. And I think you're supposed to keep on rubbing it and rubbing it until it gets nice and sticky. And that's what's gonna make it, that's what's gonna make your foundation stick to this. This has glycerin in it, and that's kind of what makes it stick. Okay, so I think we're good to go. So the foundation that I'm gonna test out today is the L'Oreal. This is a True Match Lumi Cushion Buildable Luminous Foundation, and I got the shade W3. So this is the first time I even opened this foundation. It's actually the second cushion foundation that I have ever used. The very first one that I tried is the one from Lancome, and it comes with a little cotton pad in there, and then when you open it up, you know, it's nicely covered, and then you take this off and there is the cushion. Let me throw this in the trash so I don't get it anywhere. And then, wow, it's like, has a lot of product. So your foundation is right there in the sponge. And well, let's see. I'm not gonna use a sponge. I kind of want to use a brush. I have been trying out some of these Morphe brushes. So for today, I'm gonna use the Morphe E31 brush. This is the one I've been using. It's the first time I actually use it on camera, but I have been liking it. So I'm just kind of gonna pat it here and like kind of pat it all over my face. Oh wow, this really like has a lot of product. I like the color on me. It's the first time I get this color. Usually with the Magic Lumi one, the Healthy Luminous Makeup foundation, the liquid foundation, I would get the neutral ones. The neutral N12, and I even tried N3, but this time I wanted to go with the warm shade. Man, this blends in so nicely. This foundation has good color payoff. I like the way it goes on with a brush. I feel like it covered nicely just with that first layer. Very natural. I think it definitely gives me a nice luminous glow. I feel like I do look a little dewy right now, but I like it. I want to go ahead and do a second layer to see kind of how this builds up. I really just like patted it once or twice onto the sponge, and it's a lot of foundation. It still feels kind of wet. So let's see how long it takes to dry up. I was actually pretty satisfied with the first layer. I'm just kind of doing the second layer just for the sake of testing out how it builds up. It does build up quite well, and the coverage did improve from the first to the second layer, even though I like more of a natural look. I think it still looks natural though, but I would have been fine just with one layer. I also like this brush. I also bought another one, the E54, which I'm excited to try this one too. This one is like way bigger than this one. So this is another one that I got that I'm excited to try, but I wanted to try this one. I've actually been using this one and I've liked it. Now I'm gonna do my concealer routine. And I'm first gonna put on some under eye cream, which I always do this, and this I've used before. This is the Rose Hydrating Gel Eye Cream. And the next product that I'm gonna try out for the first time is this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, which looks like this. And it's like a light pink. So this is the first time I use this. I guess I'll just dip my finger in it. Whoa, it is really like a light pink. I am so used to the Eve Pearl that is like a bright orange, that this is just like very, oh, it does brighten it a lot. It's sticky, feels sticky, but I do notice how it brightens it. I also see how it is definitely correcting it a little bit. Let me see how it looks when I put on the concealer. And for concealer, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. This is another new product that I got. This one I have used a couple times and I've really been liking it. I still like my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer better, this one. But I want to try out some new products for you guys. So I'm going to use this one, and I am going to use a concealer brush. With this one, from what I've seen, a little bit goes a long way, and I've tested that and it's true. A little bit definitely does go a long way. Oh, I didn't tell you guys what color I used. R30 is the color that I used on this concealer. And to blend it in, I'm using this Sephora 56 brush right here. It's a Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush. I know a lot of people use this for foundation. When I got it, I just started testing this one out. I thought it was too small for me for foundation. I prefer a big foundation brush. But I like how it works as a concealer brush. Blends in nicely. This is definitely not a brush that I think is a must though, by the way. So I'm sure there are other brushes that you can use that'll be better than this one. Now I'm just gonna set my concealer with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This is nothing new. I love this palette for that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my entire face. And this is, of course, is my favorite setting powder, which is a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Medium. This is not a new product, but this is a new brush. This is a Morphe E42. Look how fluffy and angled and beautiful this brush is. When I first got it, I think it's too soft to be used as like a foundation brush because it does have a lot of give. But as a powder brush, I really think it works well. When I first got it and I touched it, I was like, man, I wonder if I can use this for foundation, but it's too softy. I love it for powder though. So this is another new product that I recently purchased. And for bronzer, again, this is a trusted bronzer, NARS Laguna, but I want to test out this other brush because I got a bunch of Morphe brushes that I want to test out. This is the E52. I think this is like the second or third time I actually use this brush. And so far, I've really been liking it. So I'm using it for bronzer. This would also be really nice to use with a Soleil Tan de Chanel. For blush, I'm going to use the Tarte Energy Amazonian Clay Blush and this new Morphe brush. This is the E4. It's just like a regular angled brush. This I'm using for blush. This brush is okay. I like the other fluffier ones more than this one. I will be doing definitely a review on all the Morphe products that I've tried out. The brushes and those palettes, but it's a little soon. I want to use them a little bit more, but I do like the brushes in the Elite collection. But I will tell you about my experience with Morphe because I have had one bad experience, but I'll do a video dedicated to just Morphe products. So this brush is good, worked well as a blush brush, but nothing major that I like think you have to absolutely go out and get. But these two that I used first were actually really nice for powder products. This one, again, this one's also softy. It's not something I would use for foundation. The ones I would use for foundation are definitely this E31, and I'm excited to try this one out for foundation. Look how big that looks. I'm excited about this one. Here's another brush I'm testing out from Sigma. This is a high cheekbone highlighter. This is the F03, and I'm gonna use the Mary Luminizer highlighter by the Balm. So now I'm gonna do my brows off camera with my Anastasia Brow Wiz and do my liner with a Kat Von D tattoo liner. These are some of my favorite products, which I showed you guys before how I use them, and I'll be right back. So my eyeliner and brows are done, and I wanna try this mascara that I have a sample of. This is the Lorac Cobra mascara. I got this like free sample from Ulta. I actually got two. I got the Lorac Pro Plus Fiber, which I kind of didn't want to mess with because these fiber things, the ones I've tried have kind of been a pain in the butt, just because those little fibers get in your eyes. But I will be trying this one. But for today, I'm going to try the Lorac Cobra Mascara, and this is in black. Look at focusing. There you go. This is what the wand looks like. So it has a little bit of a curve. It seems just like, there's just like this part of it that is just like so big. I'm picky with the mascara wands. I frankly prefer them not to be so big because my lashes are not like Vava Vavoom. Didn't like the mascara and switched to my trusted favorite mascara, the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. Just like the wand is just better for my lashes. I feel like I can control it better and get in all those lashes. I also got this Aquaphor lip repair, which I had heard great things about. But this was an amazing lip balm. So I'm going to try that one out too for the first time today, right now. Let's see how it is. How's it taste? I don't like the taste. But it feels good on the lips. Kind of feels like Vaseline, I guess. No big deal. Definitely like the Vaseline Lip Therapies one more, but I feel like this is a good one to put under lipsticks because it gives you a nice little moisturizing base, but it's not too thick where the color that goes on top is still gonna look pretty good. For lipstick, I'm gonna use this Maybelline. This is the Stormy Sahara lipstick, and this is number 945. And I've used this before. I kind of just want to do the nude lip. And it's like a darker nude. And then this is the first impression. This Too Faced Melted Sugar in the shade Melted Sugar. Actually, it's a Too Faced Melted in the shade Melted Sugar. And this is a very light nude. But what I've seen done is using a little bit here in the middle, just to give it, you see that little touch. See how I just put it in the middle? I just kind of blend it, and it gives you that little ombre lip look type of thing. I kind of like the way that looks. That's a good mix. I don't know if I would wear this on its own, but that was a nice little touch. And the reason it has to be a dark nude is so that you can definitely tell the difference. So this is pretty much the final look. I have to say that the products that I was pretty impressed with were the Lumi Cushion Foundation. Excited about this one, excited to try it out. I like the way my skin looks. I feel like my skin looks flawless. I mean, it's definitely something that I have to continue to try out and see if I continue to love it. course, I have to see how it wears throughout the day, but so far, love the application. I think it was easy, it was flawless, it was fast, and it covered pretty well. I think I have a little bit of a medium coverage. Like I said in the video, the first layer was fine and I was happy with it. It's something that I could definitely wear on an everyday basis. And with the second layer, I definitely felt that, you know, I'm here looking in the mirror. I definitely felt that it layered real nicely. And even though I have more coverage, I still feel that I look natural and flawless, nothing cakey. I also was pretty impressed with the Becca Corrector. It was such a light pink that I was kind of scared. I'm pretty used to the Eve Pearl. I mean, this one's already running out, but the Eve Pearl is a very salmon-y type of color. And when I first tried this one out and I tested it and I swatched it, it seemed like kind of shimmery, but it definitely did do a nice brightening effect. So excited to continue to try this one. Makeup Forever HD Concealer, I've also really been loving. It works really, really great, but I still prefer my Urban Decay Naked one. And this one I have been using already a little bit. So I've really been liking it, really been enjoying it. From the Morphe brushes that I tested out, definitely liked the E42. Love the E52. I think I even like the E52 more than I like the E42. I feel like the E52 I could even use for powder and even for bronzer. So really like that one. And the foundation brush, E31, I also liked. I think the Sephora brush that I use to blend in my concealer is definitely a product that I could definitely live without. I mean, I'm not going to return it. Where is it? See, I don't even know where I threw it. Oh, here. The Sephora brush, I mean, it was good. I liked it. Blended on my concealer. Not something that is a must. And I also really liked the Melted Sugar from Too Faced. I like the way I kind of just put it in the middle to kind of give the lip a little bit more of a dimension. And I like the combo that I made with the Maybelline. That's really the first time that I just tested it out. So far, all in all, great products. I'm excited. Let me know if you like these types of videos where I try different new products in the same video as a first impression while I get ready. Oh, and of course, hello, I didn't mention the Morphe palette. Really liked the Morphe palette. This is the 350 palette. I think it's really pretty. Great price. You get a lot of really great shadows. Definitely going to keep on testing it out. But the ones that I use, I like my eye look. I think this is something that I can use on an everyday basis. Definitely think it's something I can darken up and just try more shadows from this palette. But I really like this one. So I have yet to test out the 35T. So I'm excited about that one. So also liked a lot the Morphe palette. Let's see how this Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm treats me. Definitely have to see how this holds up. And then I will definitely get back to you guys on that one. I will continue to use it. And as usual, if I love a product, you'll definitely see it in my upcoming favorites. I will definitely revisit this product and let you guys know how I feel about it after I have used it for a little bit longer. But all in all, my skin feels great. The foundation did dry up nicely. At first it felt a little wet, but now I feel like it dried up nicely. I do feel that I look a little dewy, which I personally love that dewy look. I do have dry skin, so that's probably important for you guys to know, just in case you maybe have oily skin. I don't know how you would like that feel, although I have heard that people with oily skin have been enjoying that foundation. I kind of feel it's a little bit more for someone who has drier skin. So that is pretty much it. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. And thank you for watching B Lounge Makeup. Bye.